Hi, I'm Suzanne from Sci-Fi-vision. So it's great to meet you guys.
You
Oh,
too,
nice to meet
Suzanne.
you.
I watched the movie last night and I really enjoyed it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
You all did such a wonderful job, and I told everybody on social media already, go see it. It's so good.
Oh, thank you.
Romantic drama is what I called it. Is that about
That's
accurate?
exactly.
Okay. Darrell, how did you come up with this script, and is it based on any particular real life person or experience you've had?
Yeah, well, it's got there's a sort of a little bit of real life experience in it. Sort of navigating my ex, something that she and her family were going through and sort of trying to like figure out my space within it and more importantly, just wanting to really highlight a strong woman and a strong black woman in the lead in this space that we so often see them get pushed to the side or behind somebody, and this idea of like a man coming to save a woman, and women are weak and need a man saving. That's false. That's not real. It's not my world. I only know strong women, and women have saved my life. And so it was sort of my object, sort of set out to, craft a story in which, it's called She Taught Love, not He Learned Love. And it's like if you have Arsema Thomas, it's kind of like the cheat code because she's like the best actor, like ever. I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
I really love the Star Wars angle because one of the
Yeah.
things I grew up, I was 16 when Star Trek came out, Star Wars, and I loved that it had a strong woman, and she was
Yeah.
rescued, but she could kick butt, and I always
Yeah.
enjoyed that, and so I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you had that in there.
Yeah, yeah, no, of course. I mean, Princess Leia, I mean, come on now, that's an icon.
Yeah, at
Hmm.
a time when you didn't see any, not really.
Yeah,
I
Exactly.
mean, you had the Bionic Woman, but not the
right,
same.
right, right.
So, Nate, how did you get involved with directing the movie?
So they had found my work through previous works that I had did, music videos with an artist by the name of Toby Wigway. Um, and Daryl and I and the rest of the team connected and was able to read the script. I was blown away by it. I was laughing, I was crying, I could see it. And when Daryl and I connected, my vision for the film and his vision for how he saw it as well, like really aligned. Um, and yeah, it felt right from the first meeting. So yeah.
Okay, and Arsma, tell us about auditioning for the role of Molly and how that came about.
Ooh, so I got the script in my inbox, I think like maybe in like my WhatsApp chat from my agent. He's like, you should read this. And I remember I was on a flight reading the script and I started bawling by the end. And the person next to me was like, I would like to be moved to another seat. So I knew at that point that this was something really special because I've never reacted to something that I've read like this before. And I remember doing the self tape maybe 14 times because I just wanted to get this character right. She's really complex and nuanced, and the scenes that were chosen were like these very chunky scenes, one of them being their first meeting. And I think that's always something hard to play, that spontaneity and organicness of trying to meet somebody that you already know for the very first time. And so I remember working with the casting director and my agent, and we somehow clocked into the part of me that was kind of this strong version, but guarded and extremely analytical, but very driven in her work. And I mean, it was an extremely amazing experience. And then I got to meet these guys on Zoom, to see the brains behind like what I had read and what I was about to step into. And I felt such a level of deep trust and respect without even having to ask for it. I think a lot of times I walk into a room and I have to demand it or convince somebody that I should be taken seriously. And for the very first time, the expectations were actually very, very high, and I had to rise up to meet them. And it was just a massive gift and blessing.
Great. And well, it all worked out really well on the screen, that's for sure.
Much appreciated.
Darrell, have you written scripts before this? Have you done a lot of writing your whole life? Or
No, this is my first script that I ever wrote. And I
Wow.
was really in a space of like wanting to see sort of, it's crazy because had I never even like wrote this script, if this film was written by somebody else, I wouldn't even have gotten an audition for somebody like Frank, which is just a wild thing. You kind of have to like create the things that you want to see. And it may be a long journey and the process may be tough, but I always tell people like never stop because just when you think it's not going to happen, that's when it's really about to happen. And you just got to keep going. I had never, nobody, I didn't go to school for writing, but I do come from good stock. You know, my mother is a ridiculously prolific writer. My brother, my pops, like I'm like the sort of like the runt of the litter. But none of them got a movie made. You know,
Well,
I'm
it's
joking.
amazing
I
that
will, I will never live up to them, but I'll keep
it's
trying.
amazing. It's amazing that that's your first script. I mean,
Thank you.
we all now we know what you can do. We expect great things from you. No pressure.
No, no, no. I
Yeah.
love the pressure.
That's
Sorry,
good.
Grace.
That's good. Are any of you Star Wars fans in real life?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I wouldn't even have put Star Wars in it if I wasn't like an actual Star Wars fan. Yeah.
Oh, good, good, good.
Yeah. I love Star Wars.
I mean, I like it. Definitely over Star Trek if it's ever a choice. But yeah.
Hold on, what's your favorite Star Wars?
Probably Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Fair.
It's the best
I'm-
one.
I know. I'm like
Yeah.
my answers were always weird to that. It's Return of the Jedi because of the
Oh.
Ewoks. I know. Yeah. Feel free to cut me out of this. Tell no one that, please.
No, it's okay. All Star Wars is good.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's true.
I don't discriminate.
Well,
on
thank you
this.
guys so much. I appreciate you talking to me, and I hope the film gets as much success as it deserves because it deserves a lot.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
Thank you
much.
so much.